welcome back. I hope you all are fine and safe. So in this video we are going to see the solution of chapter number 11, Indian Judiciary, from section B. Answer the following questions as required, 2 marks each. Question number 1. State the qualification required for being appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court. Answer. Point number 1. The person should be a citizen of India. Point number 2. Served for a minimum period of 5 years as a judge on High Court or is a practicing advocate in the High Court for a period of not less than 10 years or is an eminent jurist in the opinion of the President of India. Next, question number 2. State the powers of the Supreme Court in the criminal matters. Answer. Point number 1. The High Court has given the death sentence to the accused. Point number 2. The High Court has overruled the decision of the District Session Court. Point number 3. The High Court certifies that the case involves interpretation of a substantial point of law by the Supreme Court. Point number 4. The Supreme Court can transfer any criminal case from any high court for trial. Next, question number 3. Describe the standards of qualification of a high court judge. Answer. Point number 1. The person must be a citizen of India. Point number 2. Must have held a judicial position in a subordinate court for a period of not less than 10 years or is a practicing advocate in any high court for not less than 10 years or is an eminent jurist in the opinion of the President of India. Next, question number 4. Name the various subordinate courts. Answer. Point number 1. Subordinate courts are classified as the civil courts and the criminal courts. These courts function at the district and the taluka level. Point number 2. The District Session Court and Magistrates Courts Class 1 and 2 handle the civil judges. Courts Class 1 and 2 look into civil matters. Point number 3. Magistrates Court and Civil Judges Courts are also working at the taluka level. Point number 4. Besides these, there are revenue courts, fast-track courts, labor courts, family courts, etc. are also there. Next, question number 5. The Supreme Court is known as the Court of Records. Explain. Answer. Point number 1. The judgments delivered by the Supreme Court are recorded. Point number 2. These judgments are binding on all courts and citizens. Point number 3. The recorded judgments of the Supreme Court become case law, a document which can be cited in any court in India. Point number 4. Disregard to the decision judgments is regarded as the contempt of court is punishable according to law. In this way, the Supreme Court is a court of record. Next, question number 6. Explain the process of impeachment. Here I have attached the answer. Point number 1. The Union Parliament has power to impeach any judge of the Supreme Court or High Court. Point number 2. The reason to launch the impeachment process are violation of the Constitution, improper behavior such as corruption and physical mental incapacity. Point number 3. The proceedings can be launched in any house where the charges are framed with the consent of the majority of total membership of the house and 2/3 of the members present and voting. Point number 4. The other house conducts inquiry into the charges levied. The judge has the right to defend in person or through his representative. Point number 5. After the conduct of inquiry, the impeachment motion is put to vote It needs to be passed by the majority of total membership and two-thirds of the members present and voting. Point number 6. On receiving the impeachment motion passed by Parliament, the President dismisses the judges. Next, question number 7. Explain the following words. Number 1. Court of Record. Answer. The judgment delivered by the Supreme Court as well as High Courts are recorded. The recorded judgments can be cited by the legal practitioners in their arguments before the court. The decisions are final and cannot be challenged in any court in India. The Supreme Court and High Court are called the Court of Records. Next, question number 2. Lok Adalats. Answer. The judicial process in India is time consuming and expensive. The poor used to feel the pinch of the dictum that justice delayed is justice denied. Lok Adalats were established to provide speedy and inexpensive justice to the poor and the weaker section of the society. Next, number 3. Original jurisdiction. Answer. Original jurisdiction implies that such specific matters can be brought before and decided by the Supreme Court. Next, number 4. Jurisdiction. In the Constitution of India, the Supreme Court is given vast and special powers. That is called jurisdiction. Number 5. Appellate jurisdiction. The appellate jurisdiction implies the appeals admitted and decided by the Supreme Court against the decision of the High Courts. It may uphold or reverse the decision given earlier by the High Court. Now, section C. Answer the following questions as required. 3 marks each. Number 1. Describes the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Point number 1. Original jurisdiction. Number 1. Resolving the disputes between the Union and the states. Number 2. Resolving disputes between the states. Number 3. Deciding the disputes related to the elections of the President and the Vice President of India. Point number 2. Appellate jurisdiction. It is the final court of appeal. Its jurisdiction relates to the decision and orders of high courts and semi-judicial tribunals as substantial issues involving the interpretation of the Constitution and laws. Appeal against the decision of the High Court in civil matters and criminal cases. Point number 3. Advisory jurisdiction. To give opinion on any constitutional and legal matters referred to it by the President of India. Number 4. Writ jurisdiction. To issue writs of habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, quo warranto, and prohibition to protect the fundamental rights of the citizen. Next, number 2. Write a short note on Court of Records. Point number 1. Court of Record implies that the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court as well as High Courts are recorded. Point number 2. This record, when documented, assumes the form of case law. This documented judgment can be cited by the legal practitioner in their arguments before the court. Point number 3. The judgments of the Supreme Court are binding on all courts in India and cannot be overlooked by the judges while deciding similar types of cases. Point number 4. Similarly, the judgments delivered by the High Court are binding on all courts within its terrestrial jurisdiction. Point number 5. The Supreme Court, High Court can issue a notice of the contempt of the court when its judgments decision were overlooked by any lower court or authority or person. The contempt of court leads to punishment of those person authorities. Now number 3, write a short note on subordinate courts. Answer. Point number 1. Those courts which function under the supervision and control of the High Court are named as subordinate courts. Point number 2. These courts function at the district and taluka level as well as in metropolitan cities. Point number 3. These courts are broadly divided into civil and criminal courts. Point number 4. The district session court is presided over by the district magistrate. There are the court by the district magistrate. There are the courts of magistrate class 1 and 2 which attend to the criminal cases. Point number 5. The district court is presided over by the district judge. There are courts of civil judge class 1 and 2 which deals with the civil matters. Point number 6. There are family courts, fast track courts, labor courts, small cause courts, revenue courts at the city, taluka and district levels. Now number 4. Write a short note on Lok Adalats. Point number 1. Lok Adalats and public interest litigation (PIL) are judicial innovations of 1980s to provide speedy, without delay and inexpensive justice to the poor and the weaker section of the society. Point number 2. Legal aid centers were established all over the country for assisting the litigants in the matters brought before the Lok Adalats. Point number 3. Lok Adalats are organized on Sunday and other days of public holidays at the district and taluka level. Point number 4. The presiding officer offer their services voluntarily. These includes the retired judges, eminent lawyers and social workers. Point number 5. Most matters brought before the Lok Adalat are petty disputes. In an informal manner, the disputes are resolved by arriving at mutually acceptable compromise. So here we complete the solution of this chapter number 11, Indian Judiciary. If you have any doubt, query or suggestion, let me know in the comment section. I will see you in the next video with a new chapter. Till then, bye bye. Take care.